My name is Mrs. Cheryl Harris. I'm the owner of Sacred Sessions Educational and Technology Services. My business began in December 2017. I began as a teacher. I taught math in West Point Consolidated School District. I started in 2009. Teaching math, 8th grade math, Algebra 1, and I had some support classes. I actually taught 7th grade ELA, and then I had some experience teaching 10th, 11th, and 12th grade creative writing and all of public speaking as well. But as far as the business aspect, I did after-school tutoring at the school, but the moment when parents who had children enrolled in after school, they would say they wanted more. Cheryl, and I'm like, well, your child is already here at the school, we could stay a little longer. And they were like, no, I want you. So at that moment I began praying, and like I knew something in my life that there was more. I remember distinctly saying, I feel like it's more than I'm supposed to be doing. And I know when it came to education, to this day I always call myself a nerd. I am. I love to learn. I love to research literally anything. But when it comes to education and math and the things dealing with education, every day, every night, something I'm reading. And if it's me getting up at 3, 4, 5 in the morning to get the day started, to plan, to prep, it's what I do. And I did that as a teacher. So developing into the business, I can remember it being December 19th, 2017. The name Sacred Sessions even came from a former student by the name of Taylor Johnson. She was a senior taking Algebra 3, and she called me. She was like, I'm getting off work. She was working at Sunfresh in West Point, and she was willing to give me her entire check because she wanted me to tutor her. And I would go to her house, and I'm like, look, and I just remember praying like, Lord, do I remember this stuff? And literally everything was coming to fruition. Every math skill, everything was connecting, and I'm like, wow. And she ended up doing very well. So even the name Sacred Sessions, December 19th, 2017, when me thinking like, what will I call this? And I reflected back on Taylor Johnson being willing to give me her entire check every month as a senior. And I just remember asking what adjective, those sessions that I had where, what adjective could I use to describe those moments? And I remember hearing the word sacred. Because that time I remember God dropping downloads into my spirit of how to get her started. And people who know me know that I'm a talker. I know that I was put on this earth to motivate, to inspire, to educate. That teaching part, that teaching gift definitely is a gift from God. The nurturing aspect of who I am, I must give credence to my mom, Cinderella Dawes. And then I was taught through divine connections about, in a Christian way, how we as followers of Christ are to do the EEC, to exhort, to edify, and to comfort. And that has been a part of who I am. It really gave more of a definition of why I do what I do. The advice I would definitely give, it may sound churchy, but it is what it is, to trust God, to have faith, to not forsake divine connection. If you think about the Bible story where the person went and got the money from the fish's mouth, or the Moses and the burning bush, and the story of Balaam and the donkey speaking to him, those things sound very crazy to ears who are not in intercession, to minds and eyes who do not know God, or whose faith may be at a low level. But your faith and your trust in God, you will know, like He will give you that assurance. He will give you clarity. He will give you everything. All you got to do, first of all, is to trust, to believe, definitely to increase your faith, and to do the work. To do the work. You can't be lazy about it. Yes, faith without works is dead. It's in the word. That is so true. But you've got to do the work. You've got to do the study. You've got to do the research. And do not forsake divine connections. The trusting, the faith, the intercession, the fasting, all of that, you need it. it is necessary. So if you feel like you're doing, but you're not seeing, keep going. Remember Romans 8:18 through 21. I dare you to read that, not only from the King James Version, but also from the Message Bible. It will make so much sense. And I want you to think about a catapult, how the farther you pull back the string, the farther you pull back those strings, that literally the farther back you pull, when you let it go, when God is ready for you, the farther out you will launch. So I just encourage you, get to know God. Get to know God. The people around you, even if it's your family, they may not understand, but it is okay. Those are times, those are moments that you and God, let that just be between you two, and the Lord will put in your path who He desires to be there to help you along the way. Until then, Holy Spirit, they're there for you. My name is Cheryl Harris. This is my testimony, and I pray that it inspired you.